இல்ல மேம்.
சார் சொல்லுங்க சார்.
மேம் S0 திவ்யா அவங்க தானே?
யாரு சார்?
திவ்யா அட்மிட் பண்ணணும் கோவஸ்ட் மாத்திரமா?
இல்ல திவ்யா இல்ல.
சையத் மட்டும் தானா?
சையத். ஆமா சையத் மட்டும் தான். சையத் பிரியா.
பிரியா மேம் சிவா சார். ஓகே ஓகே. பிரியா மேம் ஐ திங்க் வந்துட்டாங்க. ஓகே மேம் அந்த ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணிடுங்க மேம்.
சார் இப்போ அந்த லிங்க் யூடியூப்ல ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணிடுங்க சார்.
ஆன்ல லைவ் ஆன்ல தான் இருக்கு மேம்.
ஓகே.
Good morning, Chaitanya sir.
Very good morning, madam.
Manjula ma'am, kindly start. Sir, start பண்ணிடலாங்களா?
Okay, madam.
சார் ஹோஸ்ட் கோ-ஹோஸ்டா மாத்திட்டீங்களா?
Yes, ma'am. Change it, ma'am. Change it, ma'am.
Okay. Syed?
Yes, ma'am. Good morning to one and all present here. Thank you all for joining this session. We welcome our chief guest, Dr. Ramachaitanya Tanguturi, Head of the Department, Dr. S. Humanani, and our respected faculties and students. Now I welcome Assistant Professor Mrs. Manjula Babu to deliver the welcome address. Please, ma'am.
Good morning to everyone. The second day of World AI organized by SRM Institute of Science and Technology, Ramapuram campus, Department of B.Sc Computer Science. I would like to welcome our respectable guest, Dr. Ramachaitanya, Dean R&D, PACE Institute of Technology and Science, Ongole, Andhra Pradesh. On the behalf of our Department of B.Sc Computer Science, we are grateful to him for accepting our invitation and becoming a chief guest of the today event. I cordially welcome participants from various institutions for cooperating, making this function resounding a success. I extended my welcome to faculty members and students. Once again, welcome you all. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. I now Mr. D. Shiva to share a few words on our chief guest. Please, sir.
Thank you, Syed. It is my pleasure to introduce our chief guest, Dr. Rama Chaitanya Tanguturi. He is a very hardworking and dedicated person. He has completed his bachelor degree in electronics and communication engineering, ME in computer science and engineering, and PhD in computer science and engineering from Anna University, Chennai. Dr. Rama Chaitanya Tanguturi is working as a professor and Dean R&D in PACE Institute of Technology and Science, Ongole, Andhra Pradesh. He has published 20 international journals, presented papers in 5 international conferences, also published 3 book chapters, and total of 3 books have been published by him. He has attended University Innovation Fellows Program in Stanford University, USA in 2018. He has received funded projects from AICTE and currently the working in progress. He has got certificate of appreciation from Andhra Pradesh State Government for supporting the University Innovations Fellows Program of Stanford University, USA. And also certificate of appreciation from NPTEL for being as SPOC for consecutively 5 times in SWAYAM NPTEL local chapter. He is a member of AICTE IIC Council among top 25 colleges in country. He established MSME Incubation Center and also established Dell EMC Center of Excellence. He is doing services like editorial board member of various journals, deliver the keynote addresses, act as a resource person for TEQIP and various conferences. He is also the member of IEEE, CSI, ISTE and IAENG societies. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. The influence of a good person can never be erased. Now I welcome our beloved chief guest, Dr. Rama Chaitanya, R&D, Dean, PACE Institute of Technology, Ongole, Andhra Pradesh, to share his knowledge among our students. Over to you, sir.
Very good morning to one and all present here. Dignitaries from SRM University, convener, coordinators, and the faculty members who are supporting this. Am I audible, sir?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Audible, sir.
Okay. So one and all present here, and the participants who have attending this online course. So if you see the theme of this course, World of AI Roadmap, so we can say like this is the need of the hour. So the younger generations who want to choose their career, to shape their career in a better way, somebody should understand what are the courses available, what are the technologies available, and what path they should, which path they should choose. So to have a great career. So every 5 years, 10 years, we are always changing. We are always seeing the changing in the technology roadmap. So the technology is changing every 5-10 years. New technologies are coming up. So the people who are well versed and who are trained and who are working in the new technologies are able to move up in their careers. So for the younger generations, like higher school students, diploma students, and who are at their graduation, so these kind of advanced online courses, so only the premier institutions can offer, because it need a lot of homework and lot of work to make this a course a reality. So always we are seeing all the buzzwords like artificial intelligence, cyber security, IoT, blockchain technology. So like we are seeing 3D printing, all these words everywhere we have been listening. But which path, which road we should take? So this 3-day course, I think it will be an eye opener for the younger generations who are coming forward to choose their career. And even for the students who have been already attending a graduation, they should understand what is the importance of artificial intelligence when they come out into the job market. So with this small intro, I'll just elaborate today's topic: cryptocurrency as global currency using artificial intelligence. So we know something like what is currency. So what is cryptocurrency? So we should understand the words separately: cryptocurrency, global currency. So everywhere we are seeing that everyone knows that there is a separate currency for every country. So India is having rupees, US is having dollars, somebody else have dirham, somebody has pounds. So like this, we know that each and every country is having their own currency. So then what is the need for a global currency? So why we need a global currency? So it is always important that when we say that with the internet revolution, world has become very small. So we can sit anywhere and we can access anything. We can do whatever we want. So like this, every time we are seeing, so the world has become small and we can do all the transactions sitting any part of the world. So for doing a global business, for doing a global tasks, always the money matters. So the money in the sense, like if I'm using having an account in India, if I want to pay something in USA, so definitely there is something like Visa or Maestro. Somebody is helping us to do the transaction, to pay in dollars, even though we have Indian currency in our accounts, or we have to go for a foreign exchange. So people are thinking like how whether we can have a global currency, So like this, with this idea, 2009, somebody have come up with a currency called cryptocurrency. We will see in detail when going into the presentation. So there are some technological revolutions in the history, like where people have a lot of, whenever the new technology comes, people always have some fears. So these are just images I'm showing it because people should understand. So when the first train was started, the fear there was a fear like human cannot go more than 30 miles per hour. So it was like almost 50 kilometers or 55 kilometers per hour. What happened if we sit into that machine, the train? What happened to human? There were a lot of fears. Many people did not travel. So like that, there was whenever the train is a technological revolution, mechanical revolution. So when these come, when the train have first started, people have a lot of fears. Now we are seeing like bullet trains in some part of the world where it is going 350 kilometers per hour. So now people are used to it, and people got confidence that this invention will definitely help the humankind. So then, if you see, whenever in 1891, when electrical lighting has been given in the White House, the President Benjamin Harrison, he never touched the light switch, being fear that he may get an electric shock or electrocuted. This was a reasonable fear at that time. So what happened? People are telling that at the time there is something inside the wire, there is something inside the switch. That is why the lights are glowing. That is why the fan is revolving. So always, whenever there is an invention, whenever there is a new technology, always people fear to use it. So it is a responsibility of us, being a technocrat, being a technology use person, being a techno developer. We should make sure that all the technology inventions are useful for the humankind, and nowhere we should have fear. This confidence we have to build in the public whenever this kind of revolution have come. Just as electricity changes, the 19th century, artificial intelligence, crypto, blockchain are changing the 21st century. So faster than ever, these are all these technologies in the 21st century. These technologies are everywhere. We are seeing everywhere. We are listening artificial intelligence. Everywhere we are listening cryptocurrency, blockchain. All these buzzwords we are being listening, but many of us don't know what exactly these technologies are, where they are implemented, and whether they are being knowingly or unknowingly, whether we are using it or not, whether it is really helping the humankind in coming out of some real world problems, and whether it is making our lives better or not. So always, whenever there is a technology revolution, we should accept it. We should go with the technology. As fast as we go with the technology, we have time. We can be the person who can take the advantage of it. So like that, in 1995, the internet was a mesh. No Google, no Facebook, no method to the madness. There are a lot of things. People won't believe internet can do a lot of things when the internet revolution has come. Similarly, in 2018, blockchain, crypto, disruptive power mesh, finance, government, politics, centralized, everywhere we are seeing, if we see, everybody knows like when the last month elections, if you see, many of these CM candidates, they hired a techno person. They hired a techno person to manage their social media accounts, to manage their trends, to understand the public pulse. So everywhere, even in India, there was something like many politicians, they are not techno friendly. Even though they are not techno friendly, they are adopting the technology. They are taking the power of AI. They are taking the power of blockchain. They are taking the power of social media. So to make things done, can we believe or not, whether these things really, see, in recent days, everywhere we are seeing Bengal elections, Tamil Nadu elections, even 2019 Andhra Pradesh elections, everywhere we are listening one person named called Prashant Kishore, who is managing the social media and technology team for the CM candidates to run a campaign, when to run a campaign, what was the response, and what are the areas. They are giving insights. They are not a politicians. They are taking the data, they are understanding the data, and they are giving inputs to the CM candidates, stating that so these are the areas you have to understand. These are the areas you have to concentrate. These are areas we have to improve. This sector of the people are not responding to your speeches or your schemes. So only the people, the technology people who have been sitting with the top political parties, they are analyzing the data, they are reading the pulse of the public with the help of technology, and they are giving insights. So then as today's topic, the money, the currency. So money, what is the purpose of the money? Primary unit of money is like compare the value for goods and services. So now the money is like a non-barter system. We'll see what is barter system. Secondary is to store value, store of value, retaining even if partially rather than complete decay. Then transfer of value, easy of transfer of value and to differ value. Original. Then we'll see something called Bitcoin. Bitcoin is a cryptocurrency for a technology that would make a transaction more effectively. We will see what is a Bitcoin and how it will do make transaction more effective. So then people have doubt where we can acquire cryptocurrency. There are ways to obtain cryptocurrency. So it was like win a block. We'll understand when going into this presentation. You will understand what is a block, and you can receive a gift from somebody and be paid for some. If you're selling some goods, even you can accept bitcoins, and if you can provide some services, like you can also receive bitcoins. Then there are stock exchanges, like and where Bitcoin exchange you can do almost like 109 plus exchanges are available to trade Bitcoin. So where to store this Bitcoin? So now every day we have been using like Paytm, Phone Pay, Google Pay. Everywhere we are seeing some digital wallets, Paytm wallet, Phone Pay wallet, where you can you can top up your wallet of a Paytm or a wallet of a Phone Pay. So how you are doing it? If you put if you pay them 500, they will put 500 rupees in your Paytm wallet. So like this, there are organizations which offer you cryptocurrency wallets. So you have to register with them like Paytm or Phone Pay. Then you can pay and buy bitcoins or different kinds of cryptocurrencies that are available, and it can be loaded into your wallets. So it is similar to that how you can buy a Bitcoin. So one is you can buy from an exchange, or you can buy from a e-wallet provider. And the other thing is by selling some goods, by providing some services, you can get the Bitcoins. Or there is something called Bitcoin mining. So like how granite, how gold, somebody is mining and getting the blocks out. So like this, there is an option called if you are good enough and you have enough resources, you can win a block. That we will see in the later presentation. So the cryptocurrency, it is important for educators to open the black box. Somebody is telling there is some cryptocurrency, and many of us don't know what is inside this cryptocurrency. So, and it is important for all the educators to show students and the general public how the blockchain works. So the underlying technology inside this cryptocurrency is called blockchain. So these are all the words you need to remember and understand. So the cryptocurrency, the technology that is behind this cryptocurrency is what is called as blockchain. So then we'll come to today's important topic called artificial intelligence. So what is intelligence? Intelligence is something, there is no clear definition everywhere. Somebody will tell something. So we understand that. So the ability to deal with new situation, ability to solve problem, ability to answer question, ability to devise plans, ability to learn new things and adapt them to what it is. So this is how we'll take decision, how we'll answer, how we devise plan, how we deal or tackle with the situation, how we solve the things. So then what is artificial intelligence? So simulation of intelligence properties in machine, the science of making intelligent machines through intelligent software. So making the machines mimic human thinking and go beyond the human capacities. And the ability to use massive computing power to address some situations. So what might happen and proactively do something about it. So this is how we train the machine depending upon how we really tackle the situation. So then, this is a just brief introduction about so what is currency, why we need money, and what is intelligence, so what is artificial intelligence. Now we will see the exact underlying how it will perform. With some generalized example, I just want to take you to the roadmap of this cryptocurrency. So we'll see with some real good examples. So there was, I'm showing an image here like ancient days. You assume that there was a farmer lying in a village and there was a carpenter who is also in the same village. So this, if you can observe the image, so it is showing that the carpenter can prepare a chair and he needs rice, and there is a farmer who is producing rice and he needs a chair. So what they will do in the olden days is like they will exchange. So if carpenter needs rice, he will get the rice from the farmer and he will give the chair to the farmer. So this is how things are happening. The trading is happening in the ancient days. So whatever I have, I'll give it to you. Whatever I need, I'll take it from you. This is how things happened for a longer time. So I think you may know that what was the, can anybody know the name of the system? This kind of system is called as barter system. We'll call it as the barter system. So in the barter system, what will happen? The farmer give rice to the carpenter, and the carpenter will give the furniture or chair to the farmer. So in the barter system, since there are a lot of many years, the same system has the people have used, and they survived. So what was the problem or issue with the system? What was the problem or issue with the system? What kind of issues they have come out? After so many years, they used this, then they understand that, so what if the farmer don't want a chair? So it was like mutual. One needs the product of the other one. The farmer needs the product of the carpenter needs the product of the farmer. So they can exchange, and we're calling it as a barter system. So what if any one of them don't want the other product? So this was the problem they raised. The issue is, what if, the same example, what if the farmer don't want a chair? So the issue has been discussed with the head of the villages, and everybody sat together and they try to understand. So then they have come up with a solution. Like, there is another situation, the same situation, I'll show it here. Like, so assume that the child of the farmer was sick and there was a doctor. So now the doctor can treat the child. So obviously the farmer has to pay to the doctor. In the barter system, what doctor will treat, and farmer has to give rice to the doctor. The same issue will come up here. What if the doctor don't want rice? What if the doctor can treat the child, but he don't want rice? He is telling that I want furniture. So for my hospital, I want a furniture or a table chair. So then then the farmer remembered that there was a carpenter who has chair and he need rice. So then three members came into picture. So the doctor treated the farmer child, and the farmer have given rice to the carpenter, and the carpenter has given furniture to the doctor. So it seems to be the problem has solved. So what happen if even the doctor wants something else? Even if the doctor wants some plumber, and the plumber don't want even chair. So things are getting complicated. People identified that. The barter system is becoming complicated with more number of people involved, and people don't want the product of the other person. So they want to come up with some kind of solution. They have sat together, they have discussed with the intellectuals in the village, and they want to come up with a solution. So what may be the solution? Ancient days, initially it was a barter system, exchanging of each other's goods and getting the services done. And when things are getting complicated, it is difficult for everybody to get whatever they want. And sometimes nobody want their product, and he want more. He want products from other people, and he wants services from other people. This is a classic example of the farmer, doctor, and a carpenter. How they are being how they performed and completed the task, but it seems to be more complicated. So then what may be the next revolution that has come up is like, so the kings who are there and the intellectuals, they sat together, they discussed, and they found a solution that we need a common medium. We need a common medium for the exchange or trade or for the business. The common medium is like what they finalized was gold. So whatever product you want, if you want to buy a chair, if you want to buy a rice, if you want to have services of a doctor, if you want to have services of a plumber, or if you want some other, if you want to buy vegetables, whatever you want, if you want to travel somewhere, if you want to pay some rent, whatever it is. So they finalize that the common medium for the trading or business would be gold. Then the barter system has come to an end, and the barter system come to an end with and it was being replaced with gold. So then for many thousands of years, people have used gold as a precious one, and they used gold coins for the exchange. So the many kingdoms, many kings, and in the ancient days, the gold coins have been. We also heard and seen, like in the history, like there was always the exchange was gold coins. So depending upon the work, they will be using gold coins for the exchange. And after many thousands of years, they used gold. Then they faced some issues with the gold. The issue here is like, so if I want to buy something which is bigger, if I want to buy something from a far distance, I have to travel with the gold a far distance, where they have to cross forest, where they have some natural calamities, where there is a chance of robbery, where the thieves can attack them and stole these gold. The only issue with this gold is like it was more precious, and there was a chance of robbery, there was a chance of thieves, somebody may attack them and they can steal all the gold. So carrying gold from far distances and carrying and securing them in the house or securing it personally, more amount of gold is becoming a risk factor for everybody, from the king to the general public. Storing it and safeguarding the gold has become a lot of risk. So then they identified. So it was a risky process, and we need to have some different solution for it. So then the generations have come, the kingdoms have gone, and the governments have come, the democracy have come, and so now the present days, these centuries, now the government have come up with a new idea called currency. So every country have there, as we discussed in the starting, everybody have their every country has their own currency. They have their own rules and regulations. So what kind of currency, what kind of currency they will develop, and how to use, what is the value of that currency, and how people can trade using this currency, or how people can do or exchange the money inside the country, and how they can use it. So the countries have come up with currency, and they have come up with online transactions. They have come up with wallets where you don't need to go any part of the world. You can do RTGS, NEFT kind of. You can give them a check. You don't need to carry all the money to all the places. So you can transfer online, or you can issue checks for them, and you can do online trading, online transactions, e-business. So a lot of new things have come up with this when governments have come up with a solution in replacement of gold. So we have seen there was a barter system initially, then barter system to gold, then gold to the governments have come up with to overcome the solution, to overcome the issue in the gold. So government have come up with a currency, and now with the power of internet, we are doing all the online transactions whenever it is required. So then who is maintaining these all the accounts, we'll call it as a ledger. So in the initial days, there was a physical book available in the banks where they will be writing all the transactions in the books. So that is called a ledger book. The traditional name is ledger book. The same terminology we have been using it here. So then people have thought that this is also good, and many years, even nowadays, we have been using it, using the currency that has been given by the governments, and we are successful in making all the transactions, making the payments all over the world by online purchasing. So whatever the services we are able to do all these things. So then somebody in 2009 have identified that there was a problem with in the system. So the issue what they raised was, so everybody is, if I'm having a account in Axis Bank or HDFC, ICICI, State Bank, whatever the bank it is, if I'm having an account, I have to trust the bank. So all the transactions has been recorded by the bank and the bank ledger. So some third party, so even the government or the people, they have to trust on the bank. So now bank has become the centralized portion in the currency in any country. So then in 2009, when the revolution of Bitcoin, the first cryptocurrency come, then they told that, so why we need to trust the bank? So is it trustworthy? So it is somebody else, which is a third party, whether we can believe in the bank, or whether we can come up with a solution that, so there is no third party, or there is no single part of failure, where there is no need to depend only on a particular organization or a particular person for doing all my currency transaction, property transaction, whatever it is. So in 2009, the discussion is like, so why we should believe the bank? So it is a single point of failure. If some bank do some fraud and something happened to my account, so what can I do? So then the issue has come, and they have come up with a solution called cryptocurrency. The first cryptocurrency, which is called a Bitcoin. The cryptocurrency is known as Bitcoin. So I just want to go to our classic example of our previously discussed, like our farmer, our carpenter, doctor, or somebody else like a teacher. So I just want to take the same example back into our discussion, and we will understand so how this cryptocurrency have come, and what was the idea underlying it. So it was like a general view with the same example I want to show for the understanding of the younger generation students. So I'm not going in detail or technical or coding in this presentation, because there were students from higher education and there were students from diploma, where they need some time to understand, they need some background to understand the technological aspects. So today, this presentation, I'm taking the previous example, our farmer, our carpenter, our... So assume that these four people, assume that there was a teacher like us who are involved, the fourth character introduced into the system. So these are the four people: a teacher, a carpenter, then a doctor, then a farmer. These are the four characters which we have been using it to understand the Bitcoins. So in these classic examples, these four people, they sat together, discussed that why we need to believe a bank. So which was like a centrally located one, and we don't know how the single point of failure may occur, and we don't know some misplacement in the records may happen, and why we should believe in a single entity which is called bank. So is there any separate solution? They went to a guru. So the guru is something like who was more knowledgeable person, and where all these people believe in him that he can give a solution. They went to the guru and they asked him, so can we have something else so that we should come out of these issues? So then Guru told that there is something called Bitcoin. The new currency is called Bitcoin. The Bitcoin, I can give you some, like he told, like if you give me $500 or something, I can give you 100 Bitcoins. And he explained, so to get a bit, I have some 100 Bitcoin, I have 100 Bitcoins. If you want, I can give you. So something like that he told them, and they agreed, and they paid the guru the dollars, and they got. So the man has given the farmer 100, something like that. Everybody has paid something, and so the whatever the thing that you are being seeing it is called a ledger. So what we call is a ledger. This was the book that is being kept in a bank or some central point, where all the transactions have been recorded in it. So farmer paid the guru amount and he got 100 Bitcoins. The carpenter paid the money and he got 100 Bitcoins. The teacher has paid and he got 100 Bitcoins. The doctor have paid and he got 100 Bitcoins. So if you can see something here, there is something called, you can see a fingerprint here. There was a column here. So transaction, number of Bitcoins available, then there is something called a fingerprint. So there is this fingerprint they have been taking to authenticate. So the authentication is like to have a proof that I have paid him. So whose fingerprint we are taking it is who is paying the Bitcoin. So here is an example like the farmer want to purchase furniture from the carpenter, and the carpenter quote it costs $20, 20 bitcoins. So then the farmer will transfer 20 bitcoins to the carpenter. So then whose fingerprint we have to take? The farmer has to produce his fingerprint here. So this is how the ledger will be. So the transaction from which person to which person the bitcoins are being moving, and what is how many bitcoins they are being moving, and he need to, after giving it, after handovering it, he need to put his fingerprint. So this same fingerprint in our technical word we'll call it as a digital signature. So this is manually we are taking the fingerprint here. In general words we'll call it as a digital signature. So he has to sign in the records. So same way a teacher want rice or food grains from the farmer, and he will pay some $15 to him, and our guru will be noting all these transactions, and he will be taking the fingerprint of the person who is transferring, from whom the money is being transferred. So in the previous case, the farmer has paid the money, so we have taken the fingerprint of the farmer. Now the teacher is paying the money for the food grains, so now we are taking the fingerprint or digital signature of the farmer. So who is noting all these transactions? So the guru who they believed, who have given them bitcoins, he is noting all the transactions, and to have no complaints, he is taking everybody thumb impression, fingerprint, so that there should not be any conflict afterwards. So now, in general, the money is in a normal cryptocurrency or a Bitcoin, the money is virtual and fingerprint is necessary. So here also the same previous issues may come. So one is like only the guru is maintaining the ledger here, and they understand like so what happened if the house of the guru has been burnt and even the ledger book has been burnt, or even the guru may go may disappear after some time. He may go to meditation, he may go to Himalayas. At that time, what we need to do after some time? Then they ask the guru, so how to come up with this kind of problems, guru? So if something happened, if we miss the ledger, or if we are not accessible to us, so how to come up and how to use this bitcoins? Then this is very important part in the Bitcoin or cryptocurrency, that is, so instead of having a one ledger book, so if 4 people involved in the transaction, everybody will have the same ledger book. Every transaction that has been happened, even it may happen between the doctor, and even it may happen between doctor and farmer, doctor and teacher, carpenter and farmer, carpenter and doctor. So whatever may be the transaction, so each and every transaction will be noted in all the ledger books. So who is having ledger books? Everybody in the network, everybody who is participating in the Bitcoin transaction, everybody will have their own ledger, and all the transactions of all the users will be recorded in all the ledger book. This is very, very important part in the Bitcoins. I'm just repeating it. Instead of having a single ledger in the traditional transactions, what will happen? Who will maintain this ledger book? This ledger has been maintained by the bank. So where you will be having the account. So whenever you do a transaction, the debit, the credit, you buy something, you sell something, you will have some input money, you will have some outflow. All the transactions are being recorded only in the ledger of the bank. But when it comes to cryptocurrency, when it comes to Bitcoin, there is no centralized facility like a bank. So everybody who is having a Bitcoin will have their own ledger. Everybody will have all the transactions. So each and every transaction will be recorded in all the ledgers. So everybody is updated. And in this cryptocurrency, in this Bitcoins, there is no centralized unit like a bank. So assume that the Guru have given them some money, and he has given shared ledgers, multiple ledgers have come, and they, whatever the Bitcoins that he is having, he has given to the all the 4 characters. Assume that there was a new character, a plumber came into the picture. He is telling that, so I will also do some service to you, and for that, I want some Bitcoins, or the other part is, can I buy some Bitcoin? I also want to be part of this cryptocurrency. Can I have some Bitcoin? So because the Guru is having only the 100 Bitcoins, he has given to everybody, and there is no new coins with the Guru or with these people. So then it was like the farmer got some idea that can I take some dollars and sell some Bitcoins? Or if more people come forward, so they understand that this is good. So everybody is having common ledger, and there is no dependency on a centralized part like a bank. So more people are interested to come and join these 4 people, and they want Bitcoins. So they sat together, they discussed with Guru, and they come up with a solution like, so let us give some challenge to the persons. Assume that they want to try a challenge. So they went to the hills, and there was a tip of the hill. There was a tip of the hill. And the challenge is like morning 7 a.m. the challenge will start. Afternoon 2 p.m. the challenge will start. So whoever interested, whoever want a Bitcoin, they can start climbing the hilltop. So it was like, as it was a digital currency, whenever whoever reaches first to the top in the morning, he will get 10 Bitcoins. Whoever reaches in the afternoon, he will also get some 10 Bitcoins. So like this, assume that the again, the farmer has taken up the challenge, and he reached the hilltop first. So if you see the ledger here, so the last one, if you see the challenge, from challenge, the farmer have received 10 Bitcoins. The farmer have received 10 Bitcoins. So this is what we call it as mining of Bitcoin. So new 10 Bitcoins have added into the system here. Instead of previous 400 Bitcoins, another 10 Bitcoins have entered into our system. So if you see the technical part, if we have understood how things are happening here, is like, so this is some classic example. This is how to understand. I'll just go back and quickly come to here. So people decided to go for a new currency, and some Guru have come and they have given 100 Bitcoins, and the Guru is maintaining a ledger, common ledger for all the people. Every transaction will be recorded, and whoever paying the money, they have to digital signature or the fingerprint. They have to do. Each and every transaction will be recorded in the ledger, and they started to have a common ledger for everybody. Everybody will be having the ledger, and each and every transaction will be recorded in all the ledgers. So assume that if some more people have added into the system, and even they will also get their common ledger, and the common ledger will be accessible to everybody, and there is no common point of trusting somebody. So if somebody comes new, then they will pose a challenge. So these words are very, very important, which I'm using in this example is like, so common ledger here, there is no centralized point, there is no centralized data processing, or there is no centralized ledger. So the terms which I am using is, one is ledger, where all the records have been maintained, the common ledger, where everybody will have access to the ledger, everybody will have a copy of the ledger. Then whenever a new person want a Bitcoin, whenever they want to have new Bitcoin, they have to accept a challenge, they have to solve the challenge, and so that if they can, whoever can solve the challenge, they will get the Bitcoin. So this process of solving the challenge is technically called as mining. It's called Bitcoin mining. We can call it as Bitcoin mining. So how to mine a Bitcoin? The system will pose a challenge to you. If you can accept the challenge, if you can solve the challenge first, if you can solve the challenge first, then you will get a reward as a Bitcoin. So in technical words, if you see the ledger here, this slide shows that the transactions, everybody is being encrypted, and we'll see how many Bitcoins are being involved in this transaction. And the fingerprint, as I told you, that will be, we call it as a digital signature. So the encrypted transaction details, number of Bitcoins involved, and the digital signature. So this is how the ledger appears in your system. So then every 2000 transactions will be considered as one block. After every 2000 transactions, they will consider it as a block. So whenever the new 2000 transactions completed, it will be considered as a block and will be added into the chain. As you have seen, the blocks are being tied with a chain, which we call it as a blockchain. The underlying technology inside this cryptocurrency is called blockchain. So each block, what the blocks will consider, what the blocks will contain. So each and every block contains 2000 transactions of a Bitcoins. 2000 transactions of users will be kept in each block, and whenever there is a new block comes in, it will be added to the transaction ledger. Whenever the ledger have completed 2000, it will be considered as a block and it will be added to the chain. So I hope, even though this is too technical, and I hope you guys are been following it. So as I told you, the underlying technology inside is called the blockchain. So the blockchain is a revolution in the 21st century, because the trust have, so everywhere, even in the human beings, in the relations, people are lacking trust. And when it comes to internet, there are a lot of hacking is happening, a lot of people are involved in it, and the trust is an important issue. The trust has become an important issue when it comes online, because people don't know each other. Only we have to we'll only understand with from which IP address they are been connecting, and how they are been doing the transactions. So the revolution of blockchain have given trust to the internet users. So what is a Bitcoin is like, Bitcoin or underlying technology, blockchain is about trust, as we already mentioned. With blockchain, there is no need for a third party to verify our action. So as we have seen the previous example, we need to rely on the bank to we need to trust the bank to verify our transactions. And all the transactions are being reliable, safe on a decentralized ledger. We are seeing this. So what the previous example we have seen, the distributed ledger or the decentralized ledger. So no need to trust anybody. It is open to, the system is open, which is called as, the openness is called decentralized system. So what is decentralized here is, So all the Bitcoin transactions have been recorded in a ledger, and the ledger here is decentralized because everybody is having the ledger with them. Then we'll see short about the history of blockchain. As I told you, the first blockchain was developed in Satoshi in 2009. He used it to invent Bitcoin. The interest in Bitcoin grows. The investors have turning towards it. The researchers around the world pay attention to the underlying technology itself. The applications of blockchain is like there is no limit. Digital currency they are being using, digital assets they are being using, social media they are being using, marketing people they are being using, stock exchange they are being using. So why they want, why in cloud storage they are being using, why they want to use all these areas, all these applications, why they want, because they want to have a trust. Whenever any applications which has been happening in the internet, when multiple users have involved in it, when somebody want to trust the other, the technology underlying in the trust component is called blockchain. So in short, the blockchain example. So assume that like your carpenter, doctor, somebody want to do some transaction. So that transaction he will request to the blockchain network. Here you can see some nodes. So here you can see some nodes here. So this was a block. This was a block. Whenever somebody has requested for a transaction, it will go to each and every node that is available in the network. These are all the users in the network. These are all the nodes in the network. So the requested transaction need to be verified by the, because there is no centralized bank. If you give a check in a bank, or if we give your debit card details to any application, so the bank will that will go to the bank will send you OTP, and if you give the OTP, your authentic, they will verify that yes, you are been using it for the transaction, and your account will be debited. Like that, if in the blockchain, if somebody in the cryptocurrency, if somebody requested for a transaction, it will go to all the nodes. So what will be, each and every node will be having a distributed ledger. Every node will be having a distributed ledger. So and all the nodes, they will try to validate. So who is validating here? Validating is also a decentralized one. Anybody who is in the blockchain, who is involved in the cryptocurrency network, they can verify. So if some number of nodes have been verified and validate the transaction, then this transaction will be added to the block. And once verified, the transaction is combined with other transactions to create a block of data for the. So if like this 2000 transactions happen, then a new block will be added to the blockchain, and then the transaction will be completed. So this is a very, very important slide which I am showing. So somebody requested for a transaction, it will go to all the users. What all the users will be having is, every user will be having a distributed decentralized ledger, and some users will try to verify the transaction, whether the person will be having enough bitcoins to transfer to the other person or not. Once the verification is done, so these 2000 transactions have come to the ledger, then a new block has been generated, then that block will be added to the blockchain. And so where that mining comes here, so we have seen like there is some challenge, there is some mining is happening, and you can earn Bitcoin. So people will say that you can always earn Bitcoin. So is it so? So what is the challenge here in this diagram, in this slide, in this slide? So the challenge here is that, so whoever verify the transaction, so somebody requested for a transaction, everybody will be having a ledger, and whoever verifies and validate a ledger, validate the transaction using a common ledger, that is the challenge here. That is the challenge here. Whoever can solve the challenge, whoever can validate, whoever can verify the transaction that is being initiated by a user will get some reward. So that is what is called as crypto mining or Bitcoin mining. So we always see that when we go to a bank or when we do some online transaction, NEFT, RTGS, people are saying that there is some charges for the transaction, 2%, 3%, sometimes it is 6%. So banks are being charging as NEFT charges, RTGS charges, check charges, or something like that. So here the advantage of using Bitcoin is like, so in a traditional way, who will be charged? So assume that I am sending 10,000 rupees or I am sending 2 lakh rupees to my friend who is sitting in Delhi. So if I do this transaction using an RTGS, they may charge me 1% or 2% of the amount. So who has to pay that? I have to pay to the bank. Apart from the 2 lakhs, I have to pay that additional 500 or 600 rupees I have to pay to the bank for the verification, validation, and for the transfer, their charges for transferring amount from my account to the other account. So the charge who has to pay? Who is sending money, he has to bear the charges in our traditional system. But in this Bitcoin system, nobody has to pay. So I'm sending 20 Bitcoins to my friend and he is accepting it, and whoever validating it, he will get new Bitcoin based on the transaction. And that money, that Bitcoin, what he is getting it, will not be debited from my account, and that will be created. A new amount of Bitcoin will be created, and whoever solve the challenge, he will get the new Bitcoin into the system. So every challenge accepted, every challenge solved, new Bitcoins will come into the system, and new Bitcoins will be added into the system, and it will not take any money from the general user. So as I told you, the blockchain is like you have different users, and everybody will be having a spreadsheet like Excel sheet, multiple copies. Every time a new item is added to this digital ledger, each computer runs a cryptographic algorithm that agrees new item into the transaction. Not only the process is decentralized, it is also completely transparent and immutable. Because immutable in the sense, like everybody will be having a common ledger, a decentralized ledger. Everybody will be having a copy of all the transactions. If somebody want to change something, he can only change in his copy, and it cannot be verified by all the people, and he cannot change in all the system. If I want to do something fraud, if I want to change some transaction, I cannot, once the transaction is done, I cannot go back and do some fraud. So means that each addition into the blockchain cannot be reversed, and the chain entire history can be viewed by anyone from starting date to till date, and entire blockchain can be viewed by anybody in the world who ever been involved into the Bitcoin. So as I discussed before the system, there was no efficient way to verify the ownership of digital assets. So normally, if you have a site, if you have a building, if you have an apartment, what you will be having? You will be having some document, you will be having some registration, or you will go to the registration office, you will get some papers from the register office, you will be paying something, and they will authorize you, and the corporation will give you some tax forms. So there will be some identity that this particular apartment belongs to you, this particular site or a agriculture land belong to you. There will be some passbook, there may be some documents that that you will get. So whenever now even the assets are becoming digital, somebody has to authorize, somebody has to verify the ownership of the digital assets. So if there is no specific process of authorizing a digital asset, what will happen? People will copy paste, and they will say that they will have one Bitcoin, and they will tell that copy paste, and he will tell, I have 10,000 Bitcoins with me. So he can change his ledger. But what will happen? He can change only in his ledger, because the ledger is a decentralized one in this cryptocurrency, and everybody will have their common ledger, and I cannot change my Bitcoins in my account. And even any digital assets, the blockchain is the underlying technology that is giving trust to the people. So people are telling that whenever it goes to the internet, whenever it goes to the smartphone, whenever we go to the Android, there is no trust. We don't know what is happening in it. So there is one technology which is helping everybody in the digital world to have trust on each other, is called the blockchain. So the blockchain provides solution to this one. It is now possible to stamp our digital assets. So then how we have been getting a stamp paper from our register office for an apartment or a house site, here who is giving us the stamp is called the blockchain. The implication of this is far reaching beyond. So every field they have been, whenever, as I told you, whenever people want trust, they are been using the blockchain. So as I told you, the rewards. So the rewards to the Bitcoin miners. So what will happen? So as we see in our classic example, so there is a challenge. Whoever completed the challenge, he may be rewarded. This process is called Bitcoin mining. So in this example, whoever validates it, the challenge is like validating the transactions here. Whoever validates, he will get a reward. He will get a reward. So the reward is like whoever solves per block. So that is, if somebody can verify the 2000 transactions in 2009, the reward for a Bitcoin miner is 50. He will be getting 50 Bitcoins. In 2012, whoever solves the challenge, he will get 25 Bitcoins. 2016, 12.5 Bitcoins they are being rewarding as to verify the transaction or for Bitcoin mining. The miner will get 12.5 in 2016. Now it is 6.25. So what we can say is the challenge is becoming more challenging. So the task is becoming more challenging, and the reward is also getting it is reducing 50% every 4 years. If you see the trend, every 4 years the reward will get decreased to 50%. So the mining of Bitcoin is becoming more and more complicated, more challenging. So you need more resources to verify the Bitcoins. So this is till now we have seen Bitcoins and what are the parts of the Bitcoin, and what is a decentralized one, and how to get a new Bitcoin into the system. Then we are moving it to the main topic today, is how machine learning and artificial intelligence help trade our stock market. So AI and ML. So as how our general stock market, Bitcoin trading is also have come into life. So in every trader's life, or every person who is ready to invest in a stock market of a cryptocurrency, so machine learning and artificial intelligence are becoming more important and provide advantages like chatbot, AI stock trading bot, make traders work easy. So what is a chatbot? So what is a bot? So if you can train something, if you can give some inputs, based on the inputs, it will respond. So many times we have been seeing in some websites, if you go there, it will ask us, so what do you want? If you enter something, it will give automatic reply. So those are called bots. So then what is the risk scenario in using artificial intelligence for the cryptocurrency? So artificial intelligence generally will help analyze mass amount of data at very high speed and accuracy. So the trading is always like going and seeing all the historic data. So last year, what was the trend is happening? This month, what was the trend is happening? Which cryptocurrency have more value? Which cryptocurrency will go high? Which cryptocurrency will go down? So which cryptocurrency can I buy? So Bitcoin is only one kind of cryptocurrency, and we have a lot of them. We'll see in the next slides. So the risk always in the stock market or a business trading, people will always say predicting the right share or predicting the right currency for investment is more important, and there is a lot of risk involved in it. So the artificial intelligence is helping the people to predict the risk, and so that there should not be more loss. The artificial intelligence is helping the people in understanding or identifying the risk in advance, so that they will not they will not lose their money. So then the predictive analysis. So one is that identifying the risk. Then your artificial intelligence, machine learning will store data, and it will give results based on the historical data, and it will also give you some predictions, which currency to buy, when to sell. This kind of data it will give. So don't get confused. Machine learning, I'm using machine learning somewhere. Machine learning is also a part of artificial intelligence. Okay. Machine learning is not a new thing. Machine learning is a part of subset of artificial intelligence. So what machine learning will do? Machine learning will take the historical data, will do high frequency transaction, high frequency analysis algorithms it will use, and thousands of trading can be analyzed, and thousands of transactions can be done on a single day. This is how the artificial intelligence is helping the trading to do at high frequency. And the third one is, as we discussed, detection of fraud. Every one of us usually has a fear of being subjected to fraud when we are into trading. So many people who have money, many people who are ready to invest, they are not going into the cryptocurrency or normal trading because they have fear that somebody may cheat. So somebody tell that this cryptocurrency we have a lot of value today, and tomorrow after you invest, they'll tell that the amount have fallen down and they will not get anything. So there are some applications, Android applications, where they are claiming that we'll do trading for you, invest money on our company, so we'll return you. So some kind of frauds are always been happening. We should be aware. And this artificial intelligence is also have a look on different markets, different stock exchanges, and how each stock exchange has been taking it and how they have been doing the transactions. And AI is also helping the cryptocurrency users to identify the frauds. So finally, I just want to show something like from no data to data to information to forecasting. So now the AI powered crypto trading, we call it as AI powered crypto trading, artificial intelligence in crypto trading. So the ancient database prediction of stock price accelerates the hunt for successful algorithm trading strategy. So the trading strategy is more important because people will rely on stock brokers. So they'll give money to the stockbroker, and the stockbroker, based on his intelligence, based on his experience, he may be investing the money, and but he can only verify few transactions of the ancient data. So when artificial come into picture, it can verify thousands of transactions, thousands of historical data in a fraction of seconds, and it is giving inputs to the brokers or traders, so that the number of markets to monitor is also improved. The prediction of stock price have also improved, and people are getting more profits. Even it may be a cryptocurrency or it may be a normal trading. Everywhere people started using this artificial intelligence powered cryptocurrency. So I want to summarize here this presentation. Then we will see some real world what is happening. I hope the session or this presentation will be helpful in translating cryptocurrency and artificial intelligence. These are all buzzwords into sometimes a bit more tangible. So the students might get some insight, even though the topic is more technical, which involves cryptography, which involves blockchain, which involves financial trading, which involves merging of two different technologies, the blockchain and artificial intelligence. So I have given some insights. Now let us see something different. Can you able to see this one, sir? Chrome?
Yes, sir.
Hello. Okay.
Yes.
So we'll just start Googling it. We are seeing Bitcoin value in INR. We'll see something in Google. So if you see what is the value of Bitcoin today is almost like 27 lakhs. One Bitcoin is equivalent to 27 lakhs today. So I want to see, so people are telling that the Bitcoin have come up in 2009. So Bitcoin value in INR in 2009. Today it is 27 lakhs. We'll see what is the value of it in 2009. It is surprising, right? The value of one Bitcoin. What is the Bitcoin price in 2009? So it is always surprising, right? So in 2009, one Bitcoin is equal to half rupee. In 2010, it has come to 5 rupees, 700 rupees. 2014, 30,000. Now, if you see, we have just seen the value. So now the Bitcoin value has become 27 lakhs. So what need to be understand here is like the value of Bitcoin has getting increased day by day. Not we can see the proportion, half rupee or 1 rupee or 500, 700,000 rupees to 27 lakhs. So then we will see cryptocurrency. So if you come and see, there was a lot of Bitcoin Cash, Litecoin, Ethereum, Ripple, Stellar, Enivo, Cardano. There are more items now. There are a lot of You just Google it out cryptocurrency types and value. So 13 types of cryptocurrencies. They are not bitcoins. So as we have just seen, Ethereum, Litecoin, which is Cardano, and each and every thing you can identify the value now. So Bitcoin is first one that has come. So now here they have given the value. Jetcash, Ethereum, $277, Ripple. So let's see what is Ripple in INR. It was 76 rupees. So today the Ripple cost is 76 rupees. Like that, we have 13 or 15 types of cryptocurrencies that are available, which has been launched by different organizations, different users who can create. Then the other part which I want to show is crypto exchanges. So what are the top 10 cryptocurrency exchanges that are available? Crypto.com, or what are the top crypto exchanges? Exchange score. So whenever we want to do some transaction, Coinbase exchange. So we just take one and we'll see how the exchange will work. Coinbase exchange, the tagline, jumpstart your crypto portfolio. Then, so you have seen here their tagline. So buy and sell Bitcoin, Ethereum, and more with trust. So these are all the people who are been selling. There are like this lot of exchanges that are available where you can start using your Bitcoins. So where they are showing what is the Bitcoin price in INR. Bitcoin is like 27 lakhs. Ethereum, it is 1 lakh 96. Bitcoin Cash 51,000. Litecoin 13,000. So this is where you can start. So we should be careful, like in understanding the coin exchange. So whether we can trust or not, and before investing, if somebody is really interested to go for and start investing with a little amount of it, and see as the session is for student. So this is what we want to highlight here is blockchain is a technology for to create trust. Artificial intelligence is a technology which can help us commit, which can come up with a new solution, with a new insights from the historical data. So it will give intelligence. So with these two technologies, so one application is cryptocurrency. So what is the advantage of this cryptocurrency is like it is a currency for the world. And it is not belongs to it is the currency of the internet. Cryptocurrency is the currency of the internet. The currency may be, as we have seen here, the currency may be Bitcoin Cash or Ethereum, Litecoin, Bitcoin. So whatever it is, it is a currency of the internet. Cryptocurrency is a currency of the internet. And you can do transactions worldwide, and there is no single central point like a bank. So who is noting all your transactions? There is somebody who is involved in Bitcoin mining. They will be helping people in noting the transactions and verifying the transactions. For doing that, they will be getting a reward from the system, and they are getting the Bitcoin as profit. So I'll just jump into our old one. I just want to highlight only 3-4 slides, and I just want to tell you some fast review of these things. So from barter system, we have moved from barter system to gold, from gold to currency to Bitcoin. In the Bitcoins, we have seen there will be a ledger, common ledger, and the common ledger has been given to all the people in the system. Whenever you want new Bitcoins to be entered into the system, somebody need to accept a challenge and they have to solve a challenge. Once they solve a challenge, they will get rewarded with the Bitcoins, and all the transactions will be kept in a block, and each block can maintain 2000 transactions, and the underlying technology is called the blockchain technology. And the reward for Bitcoin miners will become 50% in each and every 4 years. And the artificial intelligence is helping out for traders of cryptocurrency. And so what I feel was the topic which was given to me is like it was a high level topic for a +2 student or a diploma student. I hope I tried my level best in making things in a more showing things in a more simple way. I have made the things in an understandable way up to my understanding. And so making the people from cryptocurrency and artificial intelligence from buzzword to something else. I know something about Bitcoin. I know what is happening inside. I know I can understand the things, common ledger, blockchain, and these things. So I hope we have come to the end of the session. And if somebody want to have some questions, or if somebody want to get some more information, and so I hope another 15-20 minutes is there, so where I want people to ask some questions. Otherwise, if you want, I can go and show some demo on how and what are all the tools that are available. If there is no questions, I'll move on to the and show how the really the artificial intelligence is helping the Bitcoin. Sir, is there any questions or any doubts?
Participants, if you have any queries regarding, you can post your comment in chat box, or else you can unmute yourself and you can ask the resource person. Sir, one participant is asking the question, sir, can cryptocurrency be banned in the future?
Now, if you see, I'll just show you something on the screen. Can you able to see this Chrome, sir?
Only the presentation is waving, sir.
Okay. 1 second. Now it is okay, sir.
Now it is okay, sir. Okay, fine.
Okay. So we'll just find out Indian government on cryptocurrency. Sorry, Indian government. So if we see so what is government stand, we'll see like so this is the news in business today, this month, like May 20, 2021. So if you see cryptocurrency in India, what government stand, legal statutes, future. So if you see around 7 million Indians have already pumped in over 1 billion into cryptos, and government has to tasked to allow financial technology services space. So what, see, there is no way to stop the cryptocurrency because the government cannot, one thing is government cannot stop it. Then the other thing is like when people are thinking like it is more trusted one than the bank, then more number of users use it to it, and people don't want to pay unnecessarily the charges to the banks. And in the cryptocurrency, there nobody is paying any commission or hidden charges to any people in the system. So always there will not, I hope there will not be a ban into the cryptocurrency because it is more advantageous, it is more trusted, and there is no hidden charges, and it is a global currency. And India is also moving, the government is in the process of making policy how to use and how to regulate the bitcoins or cryptocurrency there. But the central government stand on cryptocurrency and their legal status in the country, they are allowed, because if you have seen this previous one where governments are giving permission, there are Bitcoin trading companies in India where they are selling the cryptocurrencies, and government is framing the laws, and it is framing the conditions and the policies how to make it official. And there are a lot of countries where bitcoins are official currency. Any other questions, sir?
Participants, you have any doubt, please ask. Sir, one student asking how to start up cryptocurrency mining.
That's a good question. So one thing is like you need to understand 2-3 things here. The underlying technology is, one is cryptography. One, you should be master in cryptography. So I'll just write what is crypto. What is cryptography? So there are 2-3 underlying technologies which is inside this. Before starting mining, you should be mastered in cryptography. So cryptography is something like hiding information or securing information or changing the information in an so what to say, in a coded language. So I want to send some information and it will be encrypted. People will say that encryption. Encryption is also a higher word to the public, to the audience here. So you'll see something here. Cryptography is the science of keeping information secret and safe transforming. So in the olden movies, we will be seeing the detectives or the king will send some message in a coded language. The other person who knows the same code only can read the information. So like this, there are some technologies, there are some techniques called hashing, primary keys, public key, private key, and there are something inside it. So one is you have to master cryptography. Then the second one is you need to know in and out of your blockchain. Blockchain, there are how the ledger will be formed, how the hashing will happen, how the digital signature will work, and how to create a block and how to transmit it and how to verify a transaction. So all these things. So only thing is the crypto miners has to verify the transactions. To verify the transaction, you need to know one is cryptography, the second one is blockchain. So if you are master in it, then you can start your mining. So to start mining, you need to have a cryptocurrency. As I showed you some of the websites where you can start creating your wallet. Then you can, after knowing the cryptography and blockchain, you can start mining.
Sir, one more question. How long will take it to learn cryptography?
So it was like what to say. You need to understand the basic coding. So to go to the cryptography, you need to understand a little math. So cryptography is nothing but maths. So if you know the basic computer science, if you have basic computer science knowledge, then going to cryptography, it may take 1 to 2 months in general. And the blockchain in another 1 to 2 months. And if you have basic computer science knowledge, within 6 months you can practice the cryptography and blockchain.
Participants, if you have any queries regarding, you can post your question in the chat box.
Sir, one more question. In India, where bitcoins or cryptocurrency is used?
So one thing I want to clear here is, like, as we discussed the topic, cryptocurrency is a global currency. Majority of the time, the bitcoins in India are being seen as a investment. As we have seen, the price of Bitcoin has go from hundreds to now around 27 lakhs. So maybe some other cryptocurrency is still in hundreds and 200 rupees level. As of now, in our country, Bitcoin or cryptocurrency are being viewed as a investment. And the other part is they are using the bitcoins for majority for the foreign trade and even for purchasing something from other part of the world. And so the one important point which I didn't mentioned here is, like, not only in India, in entire world, the first people who are been using cryptocurrency is the hackers. So somebody is paying some bitcoins to somebody, and they have been hacking some organizations and stealing information from other people. Entire world, not only in India. So doing some unwanted things, people are using bitcoins in the entire world to buy some drugs, to buy some weapons. Because what will happen in Bitcoin is, like, everything is virtual. Everybody will have some address, and even if I want to buy something which is not available in the market, I can buy something from the dark web. So there is something called I'll type it here, and you can understand. Dark web, Bitcoin. So if I see Bitcoin, dark web and Bitcoin, so the dark web is something like which you cannot see, which is because that is what it is called as a dark web. Even those websites or those links you cannot open in a normal browser. There will be separate browsers for the dark web. So if you see Bitcoin, the first thing that is coming in Google is Bitcoin is one of the main cryptocurrency used in dark web marketplace due to the flexibility of the currency. People can hide their intentions as well their identity. So where I don't want to show my identity, with only the virtual address, I can send money, I can order something which is not available in the market. That may be anything from drugs to the guns. So, but when comes, as your question is very specific to India, the people, one is the dark people are using it. The other people is like invest as an investment. People are seeing it and using it.
Sir, one more query is also asking, sir, how to invest in Bitcoin? Is it trustworthy to invest?
So as I told you, there are exchanges that are available, which where they are providing wallets, where they are providing wallets. I think we have seen some example here. Yeah. So Coinbase is one who is providing their services in India, where you can start creating your e-wallet. Then you can start buy. So what is the chance is like plus 7% increase may happen. They are showing some probabilities which coin you may buy, something like this. So you can go and see the ratings for all these things, and you can start with any of the wallet. As I told you, top Bitcoin wallets are traders in India. So something like that, you can do some research here and all these things, and then physics, buy Ucoin, so something like that. So something you can go and you can start investing. So I hope you have enjoyed this session. I hope I have given some, this is just an eye opener, as people have asked, like how much time it will take to learn cryptocurrency. To learn cryptocurrency, you need math, you need basic computer science. So for all these things, one thing I can tell you is like you need strong foundation of computer science to do anything. So this strong foundation is like choosing your career, choosing your course, choosing a right institute of good importance, much reputed institute. Choose your career and choose your course in a good institute, and have basic fundamentals. Strong fundamentals will always help you go to the next level. So anything else to be discussed or anything? So don't hesitate. So Though don't think like if I ask this, so all my fellow students or faculty may think, so what a silly question he asked. Sometimes the silly questions will always have more value. So you can ask any kind of questions here. We are here to take you to the
Sir, one participant is asking a question. How does Bitcoin mining work? What knowledge is required for that, sir?
okay. So I'll show this slide so that you will understand. So some transaction have been requested. As we discussed, there is no centralized bank. In general, if you request some transaction, the bank will take care of all the verification, validation, posting it into the ledger, and all the things bank will take care. Now there is no centralized bank in the cryptocurrency. So somebody has to do the banker job. Who will do the banker job is like whoever involved in this cryptocurrency, only they have to perform it. So to perform it, you should understand what are the tasks to be performed. So assume that there is a transaction requested. So that transaction need to be verified in the blockchain. So whether it is available in the previous blocks or not. If it is available, we need to validate that, like yes, it is a true transaction. So if I want to send 100 Bitcoins to somebody else, whether my account is having 100 or not, that need to be verified by somebody. And somebody has to, what is my digital address and what is the digital address of the digital wallet address of the other person whom I am sending it. So these kind of verifications can be done using the public private key of cryptography. So you need to understand the cryptography and basic mathematics. These are the two things. Then you need to understand this, how to create a block and the blockchain. The blockchain technology, cryptography, basic computer science, cryptography, and blockchain. Having hands-on experience on blockchain will definitely help you to start your Bitcoin mining.
Sir, one participant is asking, sir, I am from Biomax student. Will it be hard for me to learn cryptography? And will knowing coding help?
So specifically speaking, the basic thing is understanding. It was like I want to give a small example here, like so there was a student. There was a student. He has given a task like to draw a bicycle on the chatbot. He has given all the pens, pencils, charts, what is that, sketch pens, everything has been given, and he has been draw a bicycle. So people are thinking like, I'm not commenting on the question. So I just want the person to understand is like, so people think that one should be master in using the pencil, scale, or the sketch pens or the brush paint. So people think that these are all the means. If somebody knows how to use a brush, if somebody knows how to use a pencil to draw a diagram, he can do anything. So, but what is also most important here is, if somebody understand what is cryptocurrency, if somebody understand what is blockchain, how a transaction happens. Like, so assume that one student have practiced bicycle. He regularly go to the school and on a bicycle, and he start drawing it, and he may not good at drawing, and the other student who has not seen, assume that he has not seen a bicycle, he has only shown the bicycle on a TV, or somebody has explained him theoretical. So what will happen is, the person who used this bicycle will draw a bicycle up to an extent, but it look like a cycle. But the other person who only knows it in a theoretical way, he draw all the things, but he missed a handle or he missed a pedal. But the all other diagram is wonderful. Like we can see, like it is a photograph, but he missed a pedal, or he missed a handle, or he missed a wheel. What he will think is like, I don't know. So I have given the image well, and I don't know. You have to give me full marks. So what the judge will see is like, so he has done all other parts, he missed the handle, which is an important part in a bicycle. So when he will understand, when a student will understand that in a bicycle handle is more important, is if he can go learn it in a practical way, he knows that handle is important, we should not miss. A wheel is important, which we should not miss. A pedal is important, which we should not miss. Even the other student who is using it, he may miss some coloring, or he may not do a good bicycle diagram, but he will be rewarded. So like this, coding is always a final part. It is like just doing it in a pencil on a paper. So, but what is most important here is to understand the underlying technology. So what is cryptography, what is blockchain is more important than just a coding. If you are really interested, and I just want to highlight one more thing here is like, most of the hackers who are doing hacking today are below 16 years. Most of the average age of a hacker in the world is below 16 years. So which means that they didn't went to school, they didn't went to college, they didn't have a specialized degree in computer science, they don't have much coding. Only thing is the passion, what is driving them. Majority of the hackers, why they are doing hacking is just for craze. So there is something which I want to crack. So my friend, cryptography or coding is not for computer science, it is for everybody. The interest, if you have interest, yes, it is for everybody. You can learn and you can create miracles. Please go ahead.
Sir, one more question. The stock market investment is best, or Bitcoin investment is best?
It is also it is up to the user. It is up to the user. So both have stock market. So traditional money, the only thing is, there are Bitcoin stock markets, there are regular currency stock markets. So it is up to us which one we can choose. Only thing, because unless until you include, as today's topic, world of AI, unless until you use artificial intelligence, you have to consider the historical data. Both are good. Only thing is, just investing, just if I have 10 lakhs, I can invest in anybody, any share. It may be today Bitcoin, or it may be Ethereum, or it may be like in normal. You can invest in Tata, you can invest in Bajaj, or you can invest in HDFC. So whatever purchase ITC. So, but only thing is, you need to predict whether this share can get me a profit or not. So how you will come to a conclusion that whether that will give you money or not? that will give good returns or not, how people are doing it, how the stock brokers are doing it. If we go to a stockbroker, he will start telling that, sir, next, if you invest 1 lakh rupees, next 6 months, definitely you will get another 50,000 or 60,000 profit. How they are telling it? Based on historical data. Who is good at dealing with that historical data? Your artificial intelligence. If we can provide all the historical data of both the exchanges are available on the internet, you can take the data, you can train your artificial intelligence system, you provide input to your artificial intelligence as your historical data, then your historical data will give insights that yes, this share may go high, or it will also give you that at this particular point of time you have purchased for 10,000 rupees and now the value is 10,800 rupees, and tomorrow there is a chance that it may go to again 9,600. Better you sell it now. So like this, in both the cases, your artificial intelligence system, if you can adopt it, it will give you good insights, and it is up to you. You can go, but taking good decision on which currency to invest or which share or company to invest is that decision making. You should be more careful.
Manjula ma'am,
Yes, sir.
ma'am, I think there is no queries in the chat box.
Sir, there is no.
So once again, I congratulate all the participants who have spent all these 2 hours of your time for this session, and I would also like to thank SRM University, Umarani Madam, and the principal, deans, and the management of SRM University, and the coordinators who have been doing it in a nice way. So thank you. Thanks for the opportunity for sharing the information, sharing of knowledge with the coming generation students.
Ma'am, your voice is not audible, ma'am.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, madam.
Thank you so much. Really, the session was too good. After the meeting, I have joined our session, and I am little bit confusion about that Bitcoin, but I have a clear idea about this. I am going to put my money into share market. Already, I am afraid of them.
Okay.
Now I have a clear idea about it. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, madam.
Syed,
Thank you. Session was very informative. I hope the students took the notes and all the valuable informations which you mentioned, sir. Thank you so much. Now I welcome Assistant Professor Mrs. Priya to deliver the vote of thanks.
I am honored and delighted to take this opportunity to thank the gathering on this special day. I must mention our deep sense of appreciation to Dr. Ramachaitanya Tanguturi, Professor and Dean R&D, PACE Institute of Technology and Sciences, Ongul, Andhra Pradesh, for sharing his knowledge about artificial intelligence and how to translate cryptocurrency as global currency using AI. I also extend my sincere thanks to the management for encouraging us to conduct these 3 days free online summer courses for higher secondary students. I also wish to express my gratitude to our principal SNH. I render my special thanks to our VP Academics, VP Admin, and our beloved HOD for their consistent support. Finally, I would like to thank all the participants who showed very much interest in this program. Thank you all for your kind cooperation and support.